What's up, guys? I'm Bob Tompkins with the Living in SC team at Real Broker, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of Living in SC, we're going to be talking about the top 5 restaurants in Anderson, South Carolina. So if you're visiting the area or if you live here and you're looking for a good place to eat, this is the video for you. Now, if you're thinking about moving to South Carolina, don't forget to shoot us an email at info@livinginsc.com or give us a call at the number listed below, as we'd love to connect with you and help you with your move. Now, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5 on my list is a place that I actually hesitated to put into the top 5, but it's my belief that no town is complete without a great pizza joint. So coming in at number 5, I have the best pizza joint in Anderson, and that is Guy's Pizza. Guy's Pizza is a locally owned pizza joint. There's actually 2 locations in Anderson. There's one off Highway 81 in Anderson, and then there is another location off Highway 76. Actually has a Pendleton address, but it's in the Sandy Springs kind of community that's located kind of in between Anderson and Pendleton. Guy's Pizza does a really good job at kind of offering some unique, different types of pizzas on their menu. One of my personal favorites is actually a jalapeno popper pizza that comes with some jalapenos, some bacon, actually cream cheese on the pizza. Super unique, but it's very, very, very good. They have a barbecue pizza that has real pulled pork on it, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. But the biggest reason that I like to go to Guy's Pizza, and it's something that I've had to try and cut out of my life because of the amount of sugar in it, is their chocolate chip cookie pizza. It is absolutely decadent. Like, I could eat a whole chocolate chip pizza by myself, and I have in the past. So it is phenomenal. If you're looking for a great place to go have pizza with some unique different types of flavors, and then obviously stick around for some dessert, Guy's Pizza is the place for you. Coming in at number 4 on my list is an absolute staple for me and my family, and that is Mr. Rivers Breakfast Joint in downtown Anderson, South Carolina. My family actually has it built into our weekly routine to go to Mr. Rivers every Saturday morning after I hit the gym, and the food is just superb. One of the best things about Mr. Rivers is they always have a pancake of the day, which is one of my daughter's favorite things about Mr. Rivers. In fact, this past weekend, their pancake of the day had Rice Krispie chunks, like of the little Rice Krispie treats, into the pancake, as well as marshmallow fluff. So they really are creative with those pancakes. And if you've got little ones, or if you just have a sweet tooth, those pancakes are fantastic to have for brunch or any breakfast during the week. For my wife, she absolutely loves the Eggs Benedict there. It's one of the best dishes that they have. And I am just a traditional breakfast guy. I love their bacon, their eggs, and then they have the best grits in Anderson, bar none. If you're going to Mr. Rivers, you have to have the stone ground grits. If you're not from South Carolina, you may not know how great of a delicacy grits are, but trust me when I say you have to try them at Mr. Rivers. Coming in at number 3 on my list is not actually a standing restaurant, it's actually a food truck. It's Rad Dad's Barbecue, which is a food truck based out of Anderson, South Carolina. Now for Rad Dad's, you kind of have to pay attention to where they're gonna be popping up. He's not always public that often. A lot of times there's private events or weddings. He'll work with different companies. But normally on Fridays or Saturdays, you can find him popped up around town, sometimes even over in Greenville. And Rad Dad's is specifically number 3 on this list because of their brisket. Now, Justin, who owns Rad Dad's, does a great job with his pulled pork, with his roasted chickens, with a bunch of different barbecues that he does. But his brisket, in my opinion, is the absolute best that Anderson has to offer. And if you're a barbecue fan, his South Carolina style brisket is one that you are absolutely gonna want to try out. It is typically kind of a treat to have Rad Dad's because they're not always open to the public, being that they only pop up here and there. So you're gonna wanna make sure you head over to his Facebook page and give him a follow, because he posts a weekly log of where he is going to be popping up, so you can get over there and try some of that amazing brisket. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Dolce Vita off Highway 81 in Anderson. Now, if you are a fan of authentic Italian food, Dolce Vita is gonna be some of the most authentic that you're gonna find in the entire upstate of South Carolina, and it's absolutely the best that you're gonna find in Anderson. Dolce Vita absolutely smacks Olive Garden out of the park when you're looking for Italian food, but fair warning to those of you who may go there, they do cook it in a lot of butter. I'd say it's pretty much the Italian way, the way that they load this stuff up with that butter. But if you're not accustomed to heavily buttered pastas, this may be something that turns you off a little bit. But if you're not put off by the heavy amounts of butter, the carbonara, the raviolis, really everything on the menu at Dolce Vita is absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorite places, and if you're gonna catch me door dashing or Grubhubbing anything to my house, Dolce Vita is the place that I'm getting it from. It's pretty much the only restaurant that we order here at the house to deliver food because it is that good. In addition to the great entrees at Dolce Vita, they also have the best tiramisu that you're gonna find from any restaurant in Anderson. I am a huge fan of their tiramisu. It's one of those items that we can't order too often, otherwise I'd weigh about 350 pounds. The combination of these entrees and these desserts make a pretty strong argument for putting Dolce Vita at number 1 on this list, but I'm a little bit bigger fan of what I have there. Therefore, Dolce Vita is number 2 on my list, but if you're a big Italian food fan, you might think that Dolce Vita takes the cake when it comes to restaurants in Anderson. Now, coming in at number 1 is my absolute favorite restaurant in Anderson, and it's a lot of people's favorite restaurant that live in Anderson, and that is Sullivan's Metropolitan Grill in downtown Anderson. At Sullivan's, they have a few dishes that absolutely blow me away. From the appetizer section, they have a rack of lamb that they serve up as kind of lollipops. And they are just, there's no really words to describe them. You just have to go and try them for yourself. If you're a rack of lamb fan, you'll understand just how good these are when you see them. I'm a huge rack of lamb fan, and this is my favorite appetizer, bar none, in Anderson. They're absolutely terrific. They also have some duck fat fries that they make that are a house favorite for sure. A lot of times when I bring guests with me to Sullivan's, it is the thing that gets ordered for the table. I'm not a huge fan of them, but the general public absolutely kills for these duck fat fries. On their entree list, my favorite thing is they have a horseradish encrusted New York strip that is just heavenly. And then they also serve a risotto of the day every single day. And I'm a huge risotto fan with the rice and the cream and the cheeses. So they incorporate a bunch of different cheeses and a bunch of different styles into that risotto. So when you go up there, you never really know what's gonna be offered. But if your favorite type of cheese has been incorporated into the risotto, it's definitely something you're gonna wanna try out. But Sullivan's is known around town for one thing, and that is how they absolutely crush desserts. My favorite dessert at Sullivan's is arguably their most famous dessert, and is their key lime pie cheesecake. I've never had it anywhere else. I've never seen it anywhere else. But the key lime pie cheesecake at Sullivan's is just the best dessert that you're gonna find in Anderson, and you can put my name on that. I will stake my name by that every day of the week. You're not gonna find a better dessert. Now, obviously, if you're not a key lime fan or if you're not a cheesecake fan, it may not be the type of dessert that suits you, but if you are a key lime fan and a cheesecake fan the way that I am, having those two flavors and textures kind of blended together just can't be beat in the world of desserts. So if you're in Anderson and you want to have the best dessert you're ever gonna have, you gotta make your way down to Sullivan's and have that key lime pie cheesecake. Of course, there are a lot of other great places to go eat in Anderson, but these are my 5 favorite places. And I hope this video will help you when you're trying to find your next place to eat while in Anderson, South Carolina. Once again, my name's Bob Tompkins with the Living in SC team at Real Broker. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, check out some of our other videos. And of course, if you're thinking about moving to the area, shoot us an email at info@livinginsc.com or give us a call at the number listed below. We look forward to seeing you next time on Living in South Carolina.